So this looks like a normal Honda CRF 450 till you start looking at it a little bit closer. And then you realize, one, it's got a bad paint job, but two, it's got a couple extra levers, and it's got something unique over here because this one is two-wheel drive. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Yes, this is a front-wheel drive dirt bike, and it's not made for people like me. It's made for the United States Special Operations. Now, at the core of this motorcycle, it is just a basic CRF 450, which is perfect because CRF 450s are known for being reliable. There's tons of parts available for it, and they're durable and they're fast. They got great performance. It's an all-around amazing bike, which is why Christini chose this model to build their two-wheel drive off of. Not that different than what our boys over here, Fred Hayes, did with the diesel KLR. They took a very, very reliable KLR, chassis, frame, suspension, all that stuff. But the problem is when they retrofitted it to make a diesel engine to run off the JP8, they didn't realize that these things sitting down or just sitting for a long, the diesels like to run. So if you have a bunch of these vehicles and they're just sitting and not running, they end up being pretty unreliable. Christini made up for it. They're like, all right, this is special operations. They don't need JP8. We can run this thing right off of gas. If you have to swap out the engine, not a big deal. The other cool thing about it is you have a large percentage of people who are in the military who would be riding these bikes who actually know about these. They actually have are pretty familiar with these bikes. They might even know how to fix them when they break down because that's the same bike they ride when they're at home. Now, like I said before, this bike is made by Christini, which is a Pennsylvania company, and they're known for their all-wheel drive dirt bike. They're also known for their electric quads, something that they've been recently doing in the past couple of years. Now, this bike was specifically made for AWG. It was a specialized unit whose mission was to provide operational advice, training, and solutions to help commanders counter unconventional threats like terrorism, insurgency, and cyber attack. By identifying the enemy's tactics, developing new capabilities, and this is all according to the government's website, essentially acting as the Army scouts for asymmetric warfare challenges, though the group was later deactivated. So speaking of things that get stuff done, this episode is sponsored by Squarespace. Now, I'm a big believer in purpose. I also believe that most people have a really awesome deal that they've been sitting on for a long time that they could market it online if they had the right website. This could be selling parts, selling merch, doing some type of service that you do, or just showcasing some project that you're working on. Now, I'm not a web designer. I have a hard time connecting the Wi-Fi on my toaster, but when it comes to developing and creating a website, Squarespace makes it hard to mess up. So Squarespace has this feature called Design Intelligence. It guides you to a clean, more professional looking site without having to be a professional website designer. And the best thing about it is you don't got to start from scratch either. Squarespace has professionally designed templates that you get to choose from. And then you customize those templates to fit your brand. And the best thing about it is it's already optimized for mobile. Now, if you're taking payments, Squarespace Payments lets you manage that right inside of Squarespace and gives your customers multiple different ways to pay. Guys, it's so easy, even a motorhead like me can figure it out. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Srkcycles to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or a domain. So by now, you're probably wondering how this thing actually works. So down here, you got the normal chain and sprocket that goes and drives the rear wheel. Well, they put another sprocket on the outside that runs a chain up here, runs a drive shaft up here, and then another drive shaft that goes down here. Actually, these are drive shafts, and they're on both sides. So it's got a special axle down there with like a final drive on there. So when you push this lever up, that activates a clutch, which engages the front wheels. It's pretty simple, and the thing is, it works. It works really, really well. You might be wondering, like, why do you actually want a two-wheel drive motorcycle? What are the benefits? Motorcycles are incredibly versatile and capable just the way they are with one wheel. Well, from riding this, what this does, I mean, it really is a superpower. Think about how capable motorcycles are or a dirt bike is with one wheel. Imagine doubling that. It allows you to go up anything. It also allows you to do almost anything at significantly slower speed. So that makes you quieter. That also gives people who are not as talented a better opportunity to do the same thing at slower speed. So if you're thinking of a log, okay, really good skilled motorcycle riders can go jump over a log. We've seen videos about it all the time. But somebody who's not as skilled can't do that. You ride a two-wheel drive bike, just walks over it at super low RPM, keeping the quiet down so no one can hear what's going on. Now, most of the time I'm reviewing a motorcycle that you guys can actually buy or you have some chance of buying. The chances of you finding a Christini are not that slim, but they're super cool. You just don't find them very often. The chances of you finding one of these AWG bikes, I think they made about 20 of them. This was one of them, and I got this one off of Craigslist Marketplace for dirt cheap because no one knows what they are. Now this bike's also set up with some pretty unique things. Come over here, check this out. Look at this sprocket guard. This sprocket guard is 3 times the thickness of the sprocket. This is actually gonna protect it. I've never seen anything like this on a dirt bike, but this thing is crazy heavy duty. The other thing about it is you'll notice there's no valve stems in these tires because they're running moose bibs. They're running that because this is, you know, for special operations. Actually, this bike was a training bike, but they're training for special operations. They don't want you to get in a flat and then you're incapacitated. So they're gonna run moose bibs all inside of all these tires. To make the bike even easier to ride, they're all equipped with recluse clutches. So the way that works is you really can't stall the bike out and it'll just keep on going. So it's kind of like an automatic that you just shift. However, it does, because the recluse clutch is in there, it does make it kind of a pain. Hard to back up. Kind of fights you a little bit when you're reversing it. It's still on the fence for a lot of people of whether they like recluse or whether they don't. It can be handy for a lot of stuff, but a lot of people feel like you kind of lose some of the feeling of the bike because you can't clutch it. Come over here. This little trigger, which I only recently noticed this. It's kind of hidden. This is actually a switch for the headlight. So normally like a street bike, the headlight switch has to be directly connected to the ignition. So when the bike's on, the headlight has to be on. They want to put that on a switch because sometimes they want to be seen, sometimes they want to not be seen. Some of these guys might have been riding these things with night vision. I'm surprised that it doesn't have any type of infrared light on it like the diesel bike does, but it's possible that they took it off. You can see that there was something here. There was something up here. Not sure what that was. So they're definitely out there. I've never seen one before, and I'm not sure if I'll ever see one again. But if you get a chance to ride one, they are a blast. I'm gonna show you guys what this thing can do. Right now, let's go take this thing for a spin. All right, so this special operations bike has got me thinking about one of my favorite Bible verses, Exodus 15:2-3. The Lord is my strength and my song, and he has become my salvation. This is my God, and I will praise him. My Father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a warrior. The Lord is his name.
Because this thing is just, it makes it easy.
Oh yeah?
Like this is gripping it, I'm not going fast at all. All right, so I'm starting on a really gross, nasty, muddy thing on a hill. And I've got more traction .
Yeah, I'm not getting up without starting over.
All right.
I gotta go back down and make a run at it because it's too slippery.
All right.
The back is just sliding. Look at that. It's so slippery I can't even get a dead start. I'm gonna need a run-in start here.
Hold on, I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna follow you up.
That's good.
The traction on this bike is unreal.
This is too much. We're not gonna try to jump that. That's no good here.
Maybe not for the Christini.
Yeah, this is not happening. Not here, man.
Let's try it.
Okay, Graham Jarvis. That's funny to see both wheels going though, isn't it?
He's digging a rut.
Yeah, he's digging that rut.
Yeah. Put it in reverse.
I don't got reverse.
Ready?
Yeah.
Pulling. Ready?
This is reverse. It's got Joe mode.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Set, go. There we go. Oh, it's not rolling backwards because you're in gear.
Yeah.
So it's locking up your front because you're in gear with it.
That's what it was. What about that log?
There's 2 of them over there.
If I go on the far end, I think I can do it.
Okay. These logs are slippery because they're wet. Is that 1-wheel mode?
A 2-wheel.
That's 2-wheel, okay. You probably should hit that line over there. Okay. That's crazy to look at. I've never seen a bike with the front wheel moving like that. It's just trippy.
That easy.
We full sended it. Full sended it.
Now, I know it doesn't look that impressive, but these logs were huge, the size of elephants, and the bike made it easy. And I was able to keep the RPMs down, which kept my noise down. Let's go see how Brock does it on his inferior 1-wheel bike.
So slippery.
You got this, Brock.
It's got to come more, the tire. Nice. It's doable. Except it takes it out of you, doesn't it?
It does.
Brock's bike is lighter. My bike is heavier for sure.
Your stock is probably around 240, huh?
I think mine's stock is heavier than your bike, and that's comparable years. Mine's like 10 years old
Okay.
or older. Mine's like 14-ish,
Okay.
so yours is definitely lighter.
So the question is, what's better? Motorcycles with 1-wheel, 2-wheel drive, or side-by-side with 4-wheel drive? I had to stop and check up.
Hey,
Sean got steam coming out.
hey, kill it.
It's probably just water.
Turn it off.
I would assume so.
Is that a leak? No, you got something leaking.
Kill it. That's coolant.
Cool, it's getting hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
You
boiling
you
over.
busted a hose.
Hose come off?
no. That's what I see.
Well, like off-road riding, Brock is a significantly better rider than me, and I can go through everything. I could make so many mistakes riding this thing. Like back there, I was making mistake after mistake, had my feet on the ground half the time, awful riding technique, and I could even stop and then go back up because of his 2-wheel drive. If he doesn't have momentum, like he can do it, and he did it, but because if he doesn't have momentum and he's not in the right possible lane, he's got to go back and do it again.
Yeah.
This thing covers up bad riding. But the funny thing is, I really thought that there'd be like a negative.
Yeah.
Like it would feel like it would plow or oversteer or something like that. It doesn't. It feels exactly like a bike, just with infinitely more traction. It is incredible.
All right, one weakness. It doesn't really like going backwards. All right, let's go. Did that branch just fall right now?
No, it was there a minute ago.
So we made our way back down to the truck. I still have more testing to do with this bike. I also got to figure out why it's overheating and make sure it's all dialed in. But I can't help but wonder why everyone else is not making a two-wheel drive dirt bike or two-wheel drive adventure bike. I mean, it really is an amazing thing with almost no negatives and no downsides. But for now, we got to try to get these vehicles back to the truck and load it up in hopes to avoid any tornadoes. Which reminds me of one of my favorite Bible verses, Romans 8:38. For I am sure that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor rulers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor height, nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God in Jesus Christ our Lord.
All right. This is fun to ride. But this is like a cheat code, man.
Yeah.